Hey there. Today, I'd like to talk about self-restraint. I mean that form of discipline whereby when you've decided it's time to give something up or to let go of it, you're able to do so. Now, many people are very good at the opposite, at the kind of self-control when you say, I'm taking this up, I'm going to do this exciting thing, I'm going to work out every day, I'm going to play this musical instrument. But when it comes to letting go of something, to resisting temptation, that's a different kind of ability. Now, if you've watched this channel for a while or read any of my books, you know I'm fascinated by the mind and by human self-development in general. So I always observe when I see someone who's excellent at something, what are they doing, what's going on, and try to get that best practice and pick up the very feel of how they do it. But I also pay attention when someone's finding it hard and to see their common pitfalls of something. And I like to meditate on things deeply in order to really explore that mystery. So having done this, I've got best practice to share with you. If you've decided you're going to let go of something, you're going to give something up, and you might be in an environment where you're going to have to actually resist it, then I'm going to tell you the way to success as far as I've observed in others and in myself. So first and foremost, the first best practice to get down is laying the right foundation. Your decision needs to be clear and it needs to be firm. If possible, you can phrase it in a positive way. I'm going to be a non-smoker, I'm going to only eat healthily, I'm always going to be polite. These are far better than saying I'm giving up smoking, or I'm going to cut out fatty foods, or I'm going to make sure I'm not rude. If you have to put it in a negative phraseology, then make sure it is clear and total and doesn't have any wiggle room. If you start off with, I'm going to cut down on smoking, or I'm only going to do this, I'm only going to drink on Mondays, then you will find your subconscious has got some footing. Your inner resistance will find a way in, which we will cover a little bit later. So make sure that decision is firm, and if possible, even write it down. So you're not in a position where you can go back and think, well, when I said that, I really meant. Make sure it's clear. The second best practice is kind of related. Once you've made the decision, take away time. Now, when I say take away time, I mean, don't take a while to consider your options. Don't let arguments and inner discussions start. This is just the same process you see people use in life when they've made a firm decision, they don't want to be convinced in a different direction. When the woman's decided she wants to split up with her lover, and she says, I'm not talking to you anymore, because she knows he's going to try to convince her to come back. Or the business person said, no, these negotiations are over. In your own mind, don't start a conversation. Maybe one of these is okay, or maybe I'll do this, or maybe I was justified, or maybe this time, or I'm a bit tired, so this is right, I'm a bit emotional, so I will do that. No, cut that discussion out at the beginning. And how do you do that? How do you cut that discussion down? This moves me to point number 3. Those who succeed are really passionate about the positive outcome. So the moment they start to get that inner resistance or discussion, they move straight to imagining how brilliant it's going to be in the future, to visualizing what they want from this. They start to get a sense of pleasure from the self-control and the mastery of the situation and the vision of the future, which is more important than anything to do with the habit that's been left and the habit that needs to go. Now, 4. The fourth point, which is really quite exciting, the final one, which is not the easiest to do, is to know the circumstances and the inner nature that could cause this to happen again. If someone's an alcoholic, it's not going to be easy for them to give up if they keep going to the same pub and drinking with the same people. This applies for us as well. If you have a routine where you do something, and then you do the thing that you're trying to give up, cut that routine back. Make sure that you're not going into circumstances of test. Make sure you're not being drawn into old patterns, old positions, old people who are associated with or are on the side of what you're giving up. If you combine all these principles together and practice and take joy in gaining that power of self-restraint, your vows will become reality. Your inspirations will soon be success.